everything on a VM
Yes, and today on
and
Docker.
Docker. Okay,
Docker on the same VM. Okay.
okay. So I on my VM, the Docker was already there. I mean,
Yes,
it
right.
was. So do I have to uninstall or I should simply go?
No, no, you can go ahead. No problem.
No
But
problem.
make
Okay.
sure that the same thing I'll be telling now again. So now we'll do the installation using Docker Compose. Okay. So for Docker Compose, follow the next exercise. That is this one. Jenkins installation using Docker Compose. Okay. So first, let's make sure that the ports are not in use. Okay. Every time you do any exercise, make sure the ports are not in use. And which port we need? Port 8080. So it is in use. Port 8080 is in use. And let's check which is using that, which service is using that. So LSOF, okay, port 8080. So it will tell that Docker is using it. Okay. So what we will do is sudo. Earlier it was also the it was Jenkins. Okay. But we stop the services using systemctl. Now just do sudo docker ps. Okay. And just stop it. We can even remove it, we won't need it, so we'll first stop it. Okay, and then we'll remove it. So let's check the image as well. It is not necessary to remove the image, because but in next exercise as well it is using the same image and we should do it from scratch. So docker images, sudo docker rmi and the image id. So the all images are removed, everything is clean. Docker ps. Okay, no running non-running container as well, but we have a docker volume. It is necessary to remove docker volume, because even docker compose will create a volume. So the command will be docker volume rm. Okay, so let's again check if the volume is there. There is no volume. Now again check using netstat. Port 88 is not in use. Okay, cross check. Okay, so now everything is clean. Next we need to install docker compose as well. So this will install docker and docker compose both. If there is docker already, it won't reinstall it. Okay, so but I'm assuming that everyone is having a clean VM. That's why docker and docker compose both I'm installing. Okay, so sudo docker ps. Okay, everything is clean and docker compose is also installed. Now let's create our docker compose.yml. So I'll create Jenkins install directory. Okay, let's go inside it. Cat. Okay, just copy it properly till home. Docker hyphen compose dot yml. And after this, just do docker compose up hyphen d. Okay, it will start installing, means creating a Jenkins container. It created a volume. It also pulling the Jenkins image and it will start the container. Okay, so here we are using Jenkins image. Container name is my Jenkins. The port is 8080 and also using port port 50,000. This is not required in this exercise, but sometimes when we create a Jenkins client as well, a client, I'm saying worker. Okay, this is a master. We can also have master slave setup. So multiple slaves also we can have. In that time, the port 50,000 is also in use. But just ignore it, and we are creating a volume, mounting it inside where Jenkins home. Okay. So if you see Docker compose ps, it is up. Using Docker ps also we can see the container is up and running. Okay. Now again go inside the container, sudo docker exec -it container id /bin bash. Okay. And let's open the same IP address again. Close this and just open it on port 8080. There will be something in the cache. Okay, so again we'll have to go inside the container and get the initial password. So I'm already inside the container and the password. Again install the suggested plugins. So what we can do is just share this file, okay, to anyone who is new and ask him to run this command, and the Jenkins will be installed only in just 2 steps. It's very easy if you see. And we also have documented Jenkins file which we can reuse any number of times. Okay. Let's fill this form quickly. And the Jenkins installation is done, and we can see the Jenkins dashboard.